Hello everyone, it is your favorite sad weeb here, back with another build video. Today we're going to be going over the new starter weapon that you get from the teacher quest called the Thornbak. Thornbak? I don't really know. But this has been an interesting weapon. It was fun to level on stream. But we're going to do a beginner build, then a mid-game build, and what I'm defining as mid-game is you made it to Mott in the Void, and then a veteran build to tie it all off. You could give me a subscribe, 100% of you aren't subscribed, and a like. I would deeply appreciate it. Now let's get into the builds. Alright, we're going to get straight into the build with our first beginner build. Now, a lot of these mods are a little funky. You do kind of have to get them once you get to Jupiter. Jupiter is the latest that you get all these mods. So we're going to go straight into it. Serration. You should have gotten this from the quest that you got this gun from. Split chamber. You can pick up. It drops from normal enemies early in the game. It's just kind of got to get lucky. Rifle Elementalist drops from Jupiter. And it is absolutely necessary on this weapon. This weapon has super high status chance. As you can see, we're building pretty much only for statuses, because that is what this weapon is the king of. We got Shred. Shred you get from doing nightmare missions. So you have to look in your what are they called? Events on your star chart, and if you see a nightmare mission, it can Shred can drop from that. Then we got Malignant Force, which you get from Vor in the Void, which is pretty far. So if you're not already at Vor, you can absolutely swap this out for the base Toxin mod Infected Clip. I have opted not to because I need to save on the mod space. Then we go into Rhyme Rounds. Rhyme Rounds you get from spy missions, starting at Jupiter. And then Thermite rounds you get from any Grenier spy missions past Mercury. So that's Mars, Sedna, Uranus, places like that. And then Hellfire you should just get from the mission that you got this weapon from. But enough about getting mods. Let's actually see how this thing performs. Level 100, base star chart enemies. No Warframe buffs, no companion buffs. One burst. Dead. As you can see, this thing dishes out statuses. That guy had 4 heat drops on him. Enough just watching things. I will just follow full auto, so you can really see the potential this weapon has. Even the heavier units kind of just fall from this thing, because you're just dishing out so many statuses. This gets even better if you have a Warframe that does an elemental buff. So like Volt's good, Saren's good. What else does an elemental buff? Gyre's good. Also, if you have a Rhino, his Roar just does a flat multiply on all that element damage. So even with just mods you can get from early in Jupiter, you can absolutely destroy. And in fact, if you do the trick with the Toxin that I said earlier with the base Toxin mod without status chance, this will do even more damage. So that's the beginner build. We're going to go into the mid-game build. This has some stuff that you can only get for $19.99, and the reason I call it mid-game is because it's right before you would unlock Steel Path. So we got Serration, Split Chamber, Rifle Elementalist, and this is the big change, is Magnetic Capacity. The reason we're going Magnetic Capacity is because in our last build, the Eximus units kind of just destroy any damage you have. which is why magnetic capacity is here, to give that little bit of extra push over so we can destroy Overguard, if that makes sense. Malignant Force, Rhyme rounds, Thermite rounds, Hellfire. And we're just going to demonstrate that with some level 200, actually. 200 enemies. And I'm going to take off the Corrupted Butchers and put on an Eximus. Oh, if I could fucking type. Goddamn. Ancient Disruptor Eximus. Simulate. So we got... Yeah. It doesn't look like much at first, but once you get those statuses procced up, they start doing a lot of damage. So with this Eximus, I'm actually going to show off the old build, and you will see, like, it's not the best at dealing with Eximus units. And we're gonna let tick. See how long this is taking us? I could shoot it more, but like even a full clip doesn't even break the overguard on this enemy. Whereas I will kill and reset them all so you can see just how big of a difference it makes. Here's our Eximus unit. We got a few magnetic procs, and boom, shields down. And we still have plenty more to go. He should die from this. Yep. But yeah, it is night and day difference just having that little teensy bit of magnetic on there. Next, we're going to do our full kitted out veteran build. I don't have a few changes on the veteran build after taking it into a mission. So now we swapped out, what was it called? We swapped out thermite rounds for rifle elementalist to give us a little bit of punch through, because I noticed that when we actually took it into a mission, the grouping enemies were blocking each other, so I couldn't get the proper status effects going. So we're going to try this. Even that 26 punch here is doing so much. Yeah, that's a lot better. This thing absolutely destroys for how early in the game you get it. But end out this video, I'm going to do some gameplay with my Rhino Prime. Gotta take it into Mott Steel Path and show you just how good this weapon can be. Hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you watched this far. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.